Hey, it's Matt Cook here. This is what I look like for real. And I want to talk about the reasons and the signs that you may need to reboot your brain's pleasure center. And this has to do with kind of overuse of the old wang or willy or penis. Um, Masturbation primarily. Nothing wrong with masturbation, but with a lot of high-speed porn, it can be overdone. And this is going to tell you whether or not you may have a sexual problem with erectile dysfunction or premature ejaculation or whatever. It may be caused by over-masturbation due to porn. So the first thing that we want to look at is, hey, if you got a painful wang, painful sores, too much friction there, overuse of the old willy, okay? Bottom line, too much, that might indicate an issue with that. Next thing is edging. What edging is getting close to climax, but not actually climaxing. And a lot of guys will naturally do this with porn, and people go for hours, and they go for hours every night or every day. And actually, some people think that it's better to edge than it is to actually climax with porn because they think it does less damage or it's less draining, but the opposite is true. It's actually, since it prolongs this kind of state in the brain, it actually messes up the pleasure centers of the brain even more than just having a quick wank, and that's that. So this is a sign, if you're doing a lot of edging, this is a sign that porn can be causing you a problem that could be resulting in erectile dysfunction, premature ejaculation, or delayed ejaculation, delayed orgasm. Third thing to look for is you don't feel much in normal intercourse. After a while, guys start, for a couple reasons. They got the death grip on the willy thing going on, and they've also got the constant stimulation of porn of hundreds of these hotties that are on the screen. After a while, the brain's pleasure centers no longer respond to normal partner sex. And you may not be aware of it. You may still think, oh, this woman's beautiful, but things don't work. And they don't work because they don't feel much because of desensitization, and desensitization really affects normal intercourse a lot of times because it's just so kind of not a turn on to the brain at all, you know. You just may not feel anything. People say, I got a numb penis, I don't feel anything, I don't even want to be here. Commonly, a guy will be with a woman for a while and then he'll go off and masturbate on his own because that's the only thing that gets him going. So this is another sign of ED and all these sexual problems due to overuse of porn, and this is a symptom of it, big symptom of it, not feeling much in normal intercourse. Kind of along with that, what happens is normally a guy, any man past puberty, will have frequent erections during sleep. And so when you wake up, especially from dream sleep, you'll have an erection. And that's, guys call this morning wood sometimes, nocturnal erections, waking erections. But if you are overusing porn and overdoing it, then you may have no morning erections at all, or very few, or they just aren't really very hard or don't last very long. But once you get things back into balance, you'll have morning erections all the time. It's just normal. And another one, this is not a bad thing on its own necessarily, but unusual sexual tastes. I've had guys that said they had developed a foot fetish. Guys that develop a feeling like, oh, I might be gay, and frequent thoughts of being gay, even though they don't really think they are gay. People that get into bondage and discipline and all kinds of stuff. And while I'm not saying that that's a bad thing on its own, I am saying that what happens is when normal stimulation stops being enough, and when we escalate what gets us off, this is what causes desensitization. So this is a symptom of that desensitization, basically. So those are the symptoms of it. And the last one is difficulty climaxing with a partner. So sometimes, again, it's a sort of part of like not being very interested in partner sex. When you're not able to actually have an orgasm inside of a woman, that means that oftentimes they call it delayed ejaculation is one of the words for it. But basically it means that it's just not to your brain, it just doesn't stimulate you anymore. Again, because the brain's used to something that's much more exciting to the brain. And this is not anything to do with your fault, because actually what happens is the big drug companies and the media have just completely created a conspiracy. And it's not just against men, it's against women, because it breaks relationships apart. It breaks up couples that are in great relationships. And once you get over this, which you can get over, you'll find that you have this amazing ability to form these connected relationships with your women that you never even dreamed possible. And it's not just about sensitivity and about having great sex again. It's also about, and maybe more importantly, about making this incredible connection with your woman. And I've been together with my woman for over 25 years. And we have incredible sex for a long period of time, very, very frequently. But we don't have that many orgasms. And I'll get to that later on about how that all works. But the reality is that I don't masturbate. I don't have a need for that anymore. I don't want to do that anymore. And instead of doing that, I have a lot of wonderful sex. And that's probably where you want to be. And if you end up there, it's a tremendous thing, because not only do you make this great connection with somebody else, this the deepest connection possible in the deepest way, a romantic love way, but your whole life turns around. And you start developing a very masculine drive that gets you into doing more things than you've ever thought possible, achieving more in your life outside of the realm of the bedroom, but in the realm of business and achievement and accomplishment. And you find that you can direct your natural drive into just accomplishing more with better focus. A lot of guys have had brain fog and had difficulty focusing, and they end up having this laser focus that they develop, this ability of just doing one thing and just working on it until it's finished. And not only that, but if you don't have a partner and you get down this road, you're going to find that women start looking at you like with just, you just have this magnetism all around you. And neither of you know why, but it's evident, it's there, and it's very powerful. So you've got that to look forward to. Hope this has been helpful. And this is Matt Cook. We'll talk to you soon.